Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, remember to hit the subscribe button, and I greatly appreciate all those likes, shares and subscribes. Today's forecast is going to be for the month of March and April, so I'm going to get both in. I apologise for the March not being up earlier, but it's been a very busy 2 months, February and March, very hectic. We've got a lot going on in the world. I don't need to talk about what's going on in the world, but you know, a big thank you to everyone who's supported my channel and actually shared information from my channel and from other people's channels, helping people through this time. It's a very difficult time. March is incredibly difficult for a lot of people. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Big changes are happening in the world with all the Saturn-Pluto conjunction and trining the January Saturn-Pluto conjunction. What happened in January on the 12th, you might want to go back and look at that video, is actually hitting in March. I've seen from my clients that it's actually started in February. That was the masks are off. We're seeing the real. It's all happening, you know, of people, places and situations. And we do have that Saturn-Pluto conjunction all the way through the year. So it's a really good time to go back over, listen to the January the 12th forecast, and I'll also keep continuing to bring this information through because, as you know now, March has really been hit with Pluto and Saturn. So we are seeing the underworld, we are seeing the true realities of people, places and situations. We've also got the 2020, wherever your birthday hits, that's when your 2020 starts. So some of you are still having revelations. The 2019 equals a 3. You're having revelations about karmic cycles, karmic patterns, karmic beliefs, things you're playing out with people, places and situations. Massive revelations. Some of them you weren't aware of, some of them you are. And then when you hit your birthday for 2020, it's like, let's do the work, let's clear this up and set you a new foundation. But 2020 is about doing the hard work, and we're already seeing that energy come through for everybody. Nobody's immune to it. It will hit you somewhere. Money, career, love, personal, all of the above. So just going to keep bringing this information through, and you guys sharing it actually helps other people through these times, even if it gives them a hint of understanding or helps them through the next month or week. So, you know, be a part of spreading the consciousness of the energy and what's going on and the support, because people need the support at this time. Okay, Libra, and Libra, you know, you guys love the humanitarian, the sharing, the caring, the win-win, the fairness, the equality, the equal. You know, this is something your sign will be oozing to get out and kind of help people and places and situations. But let's get down to it. Please check out your, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, but if you feel a reading doesn't resonate, please look at your Moon or your Rising sign, which is also called your Ascendant, okay, if you know what those are. If you don't, you might need to grab a natal chart. It'll be in the link below and you can find that out. Now, Libra, let's have a look at, I just want to first of all tune in. I'm going to do a bit more channeling with these readings this month. I'll do a bit of planetary, but I'm bringing spirit through because there are some big messages that need to come through for all of us. And we're going to do some cards, okay? So remember, sometimes I traditionally read the tarot, and most of the time I do channel my messages through the tarot, okay? So which means I get a distinct message for the tarot card no matter what its traditional meaning, okay? So what's happening for the month of March for Libra? Woo, that was a mouthful. The first word that came to me that Spirit's coming through to give you, because I'm speaking to Libra as a collective, take what resonates. What's not for you is not for you. Do not make it fit, okay? Revelation, okay? There, Libra, I mean, everybody's having this, every sign's having this, and I am saying this a lot. And March is the month of revelations, revealing. But for you, Libra, it's on quite a deep level, okay? So, and some of it I saw dark. So some pretty revealing. You know, we can be revealed a situation, but I think we've got some, Libra, if you're having some really deep, dark revelations about yourself, about others, it's a healing time. A lot of Libras may be closing off, closing down, pulling in their energy, or they have the last, I'm hearing 2 or 3 months. Just for some of you, a message is don't shut everyone out, Libra. And Libra, you know, you don't like your balance to be out. You know, you're the scales. It is about balance for you. So if a Libra or Libran is feeling very out of balance, which I would say March, you may be, you know, this can be very disrupting for you, very upsetting for you. I'm talking on a deep core level where, you know, be aware if you're not functioning well, if you're, some of you are having extremely high anxiety, and you know, Libra keeping the balance doesn't like those feelings. Okay, there's a lot coming up for you, Libra. I can feel it as I go into it, and I don't like it. I've got a little bit of a energy. It is clearing. It is going to clear the month of March, but you've had to come up and sit in it. And I think some of you have been sitting in this for a few months or a few weeks, for a few months or a few weeks. Libra, it is very dark, or you're being revealed or shown something. It's funny, they just showed me the rose-colored glasses. I feel the universe may have ripped off your rose-colored glasses, Libra. Whether it was you to you, you to others, others to you, you will know where this fits. And to Libra, I feel a bit in shock. I feel a little bit shell-shocked. And it's about relationships. And I know that could be workplace, friends, but it's you in relationships, Libra. You're a little shell-shocked, okay? We're actually showing me a bomb went off or is about to go off in the month of March, or did. So, you know, figure of speaking, within your emotional, let's call it an emotional bomb or revelation. And it's really hit you. So I'm going to look a little bit further into that. But I don't want to go too much into the March energy because it is incredibly heavy, and you all know what you're dealing with. Know this, it is going to pass. This is the shift you're meant to happen. Okay? So, funnily enough, Libra, the bottom of the deck, and I haven't even really checked or looked at any of the cards yet. You know, these children are really, they've pulled back. They're just in their own energy, their own space. They're not paying attention to each other. They're just focused here on what they're doing. They're in the moment, but they're in their own moment. They're not out in the world. They're not sharing all of their normal Libran energy, who love community and socializing and going out and having that connection. This is completely opposite energy for you, Libra, and there's deep thinking here. There's deep, this person's deeply is deep, the inner child. See, a lot of you could be what came up for you in the month of March, healing or dealing with an inner child, or your childhood issues have come up to the surface. If so, seek some healing, okay? This will pass. But, you know, Libra, this isn't your energy. Even though these two are together socially, they're in their own energy. They've gone in their cave. They've shut down, shut off, and they're kind of really deeply intrigued in their own bubble here. Okay, so that's what you need to do for the month of March, Libra, because I can feel the energy. I don't even want to go into the energy as readers do. I'm shaky. I'm feeling an imbalance, and this has come up for you at the end of last year in readings. You know, this learning to, you know, about people pleasing and balance, and that is your ruling planet, like your planet. Libra is all about here learning balance, okay, whether you can do it really well or not, or you're learning to do that this lifetime. That's what your sun sign's doing. But there's been a theme, and when I say a theme, there's been a karmic cycle you've been on, and you've really got to learn your worth and your value, Libra, okay? And this is from a deep inner child wounding for some of you, or most of you, or all of you. Don't make that fit if it doesn't fit. But it's something coming up about you and relationships, Libra. And for some of you, it's still the giving too much, and giving too much to others where you're losing the authentic you. So that's for some of you. Everyone will have their own issue come up, but that seems to be a big theme, because Libra, you've pulled back, and you don't normally do that. You can do that, but you're not one to go inward like that card I just showed you and really close off. And when a Libra does that, they need their balance. Their life or their energy or their people, you know, their mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, something's really off, Libra. And this is the 2020 karmic cycle trying to get you to close out or heal a karmic cycle or lesson or karmic debts. Whatever it is, it will come up for you. But let's look at the cards quickly for the month of March for Libra. Oh yeah, look, jumping out. I love it when they jump out. Yep. There it is, Libra, the groups of people, okay? So you're usually very social, okay? You love interaction with people. There it is, the month of March. For some of you, that's a third-party situation. Take how it resonates. Do not make it fit, okay? So for some of you, if this was gathering, always got people around you, always busy, always giving to too many groups, too many friends, too many people, to the point of emotional exhaustion. Mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual exhaustion. And that was that anxiety energy or that depression energy, or I've had enough, I need to, go in my cave, I'm really out of balance. So the theme of March is, where are you really out of balance, and Libra, and you need to check in on that on a deep level. Okay, spiritual level. And for some of you, if there was a third party situation, or you're going through that, that could be in a love relationship or a friendship that is over or done, or you cannot do it any longer, or some of you have been shocked or hit with a third party situation or an issue in your relationships that has absolutely caused an absolute I don't want to say meltdown, but this person's over it. They're exhausted. They're mentally, physically, and spiritually exhausted there. So that's that. I don't want to use the word bomb, but there was like a moment. It hit like the energy of a shock, a surprise, a bomb moment, emotionally. All right. Yeah, some of you have done, for some of you, there was a third-party situation that really shook you to the core. Big revelations maybe really changed your life in a different way or direction, and you're still recovering in that or dealing with that the month of March. For others of you, I'm just getting some more messages. Okay, because I'm talking to Libra as a collective, there's a few things going on here. So I've already discussed the one thing, third party situation, a relationship that didn't go well. Maybe you thought it was your soulmate, your divine partner, I'm going to marry you, all of that. Maybe there's too much pressure being put on you there. And with the King of Swords here, it's an energy, male or female. It's an energy where someone is functioning from two up in their head. Now, Libra, you are an air sign. It's up in their head, overthinking, overanalyzing. It means you're disconnected from your emotions and your heart, and you're too up in your head. So sometimes we can be thinking too materially, too practically, too logically, and we're dismissing our emotions, okay? And it's particularly to do with a relationship or all relationships or something like that. Yeah, a lot of you are having an inner child healing this month of March, or something will come up that you need to heal in your inner child, a wounding, And it is about relationships, because in the background there's relationship. Have faith, Libra. Whatever's going on for you, the month of March, you are going to get your strength card here. You've got your strength back. The month of March, the universe stepped in here, you Libra, and this card's come up in every single reading I've done. What is happening the month of March? This is the judge. This is the Hierophant. This is a judge in a court, or a judge, okay? So, or the universe judge, okay? The judge who looks down on us from the universe. And not that they're judging you, but they've stepped in, or they are stepping in the at the end of March, the month of March. And you have got this flow and this abundance. More's coming in than you could possibly imagine, end of March into April. But some of you still kind of shutting down in a way, or putting in the work or the research, or working out how to get or achieve something. But this is a lot of paperwork, or a lot of study, or a lot of organizing. For some of you, if that was a court situation that you were in, could be to do with kids, family, relationships. I see it kind of going your way, Libra, which is really good. But the whole month of March, whatever's gone down, you know, it's made you really go back to the drawing board, go back to the table, pull out, you know, and work it out. Up in your head. He's up in his head studying, working it all out, going back to the drawing board. So whatever it is for you in the month of March, Libra, whether it's a relationship, or, you know, you're in a court situation, or something came up that you've got to heal, you've gone back, you're researching, Libra. You're not that out and about social energy. A lot of you are thinking of moving beyond, travel, overseas travel, or distance. Maybe there's distance for some of you. This is a message for some of you. So some of you Librans, and I don't know who this is for, some of you Librans out there, yeah, there you are, you know, King of Cups, emotional balance, keeping the balance, needing the balance, emotional maturity, security, stability. That's what you're, you know, wanting here as well. So for some of you, you are distant from a partner or a relationship or a family. It's emotionally exhausting you or devastating to you, or something's happened that has created this really, you know, this person's just not coping on an emotional level. But you're trying to come up with new ideas, new inspirations, new ways of getting, you know, it back on track. You want your emotional balance back in your relationships and your partnerships. You want equal. We've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. Now, the Queen of Swords is like the King of Swords. It's an air. They're up in their head. The Queen of Swords can, you know, make a fast decision and cut someone off if they need to. The King of Swords he's a good communicator. He talks well, but he can also kind of, you know, they're a little bit disconnected from their emotions and too up in their head. A lot of you are really struggling if this was a healing for you. Really struggling. You're really reviewing everything here. If there's something you feel's out of your hands, it's a subconscious or emotional block or trauma. It was universal, nearly karmic, or the universe made you go through it to have a revelation, to have an epiphany, or stepped in, and you're trying to work it out or heal. This is subconscious energy. It's either not wanting to deal with it, not wanting to look at it, maybe not wanting to. It's, again, a lot of you, if you've had a relationship issue, it's because you've got a new soulmate coming in, or a better soulmate, or you want more connection, or one's, you know, there's going to be more than you expected by the end of March. Where that fits, it's good. We've got flow back, but you know, Libra, you're doing it a whole different way. And this card represents rewards coming in, but it also represents what you put out and is what you get back. Okay, you see what she's pouring out is, so, you know, Be careful what you're putting out and your energy and your thoughts, because that's what you're going to get back in reward. But it's messy. You know, the month of March here, I sound messy. I feel messy. It's got a lot to do with relationships, be it your work, home, family, or your love life. It's to do with you. You are done. Where are you being too up in your head, too, cutting off emotions, cutting off heads, being too logical, practical, thinking all about money and materialism, maybe for some of you. That's only for some of you. Or thinking that's more important. And, you really are there's this pondering again, thinking, looking deeper and going back to the drawing board. Something's ended for you, Libra. We've got that card. We've got the healing card, inner healing, inner child card, really pondering everything, and back to the drawing board, or restructuring, or everything's having to change. So that's the month of March for you, Libra, and I'm not going to spend too much time on that because the energy is so heavy, and also whatever has happened, it would be on the table now and you would be dealing with it. So I don't need to go into it too much, but know this, moving into the month of April for Libra, let's have a look at what's coming through. You've got beautiful Venus on the 4th of April coming into your 9th house. You are going to be thinking about overseas travel or distance, or wanting to travel to someone, wanting, 9th house represents a different culture or cultural experiences, or wanting to, book a holiday. Not that you can at the moment. A lot of us cannot move and we're all shut down, but you've got this energy. If you've got a friend that's distance or overseas, if you've got, you've got a call for that travel. Yep, you are ending a karmic cycle. I knew it. Whatever was happening for you, in March, the universe stepped in, the Hierophant. Whatever you went through, it's trying to bring you more, Libra. It's trying to bring you more. You're going to close out a karmic cycle, or look, whatever you're not passionate. This is about passion and drive and moving forward. Still at the start of April, you're not quite there, but you have got beautiful Venus coming in. Venus wants to beautify, pamper, nourish, wants beautiful relationships and things like that. A lot of you, there it is, the month of April. A lot of you a legal situation, you'll resolve it. Okay, it's going to be resolved, sorted, legal situation or money situation, and it does go in your favor. And I got that in the cards in the month of March, that message. Some of you will then want to travel to someone or somewhere, or break free or go. I'm not saying you can do it, but you may be able to organize it. You want to move back to where you're passionate, okay, Libra, where the passions have run dry. We haven't got that spark to go forward. So, now it's interesting, Libra, I also said at the end of March, you were into April, you were going back to the drawing board, or studying, or learning, or gathering information. And you're really putting a lot of thought into it, because you've got Mercury joins the Sun in your relationship in the 12th house in the month of April. That shines a light on your relationships, okay? You will be wanting to clear the air with people, places, and situations. It's great for business. It's great for relationships. It's a very healing, or it's a healer energy, the 12th house. What's going to come up for you around the 8th of April is going to be a big revelation, because we've got a full moon in Libra in your sign. So that full moon is going to shine a light on your relationships, and you are going to look in the mirror, Libra. The 12th house is spiritual and study and higher learning, seeing things from a higher perspective. And this is all coming to light because, Libra, you want your 10 of cups. You want your partner or great relationships, be it work, personal, professional, whatever it is. You want your contentment in relationships. You want someone who's on board. Both of these people are putting the energy up into the rainbow. It's not one all doing it and the other. This is spelled in the same spot where I had the Two of Cups, where the two people were joining and meeting each other equally. You know, the person that's working with you, supporting you, holding you up. You want your Ten of Cups. And where you're not passionate, you, Libra, you will be finishing a karmic cycle in April. I feel you've still got a lot of April to come into a lot of this revelations, realizations, because you've got the Libra full moon and you've got the energy up in the 12th house. So what does that mean? You are going to be, 12th house, see, subconscious work. What's in your subconscious beliefs, programs that you need to change or you'll be changing, that you need to close out karmic cycles. It could be a way you thought you were or a way you thought you had to live, but there were belief systems from your family. They were belief systems that you grew up with, your inner child grew up with, about who you needed to be, why you needed it to be, how we live life, how life should be. You know, you're having a big revelation and a big change in April. Libra, you are calling in. You're doing your high, see the 12th house. This person's manifesting in or trying to connect up to more spiritual energy. They want to clear out and heal some subconscious programs that have set them on a karmic path. And again, the universe is stepping in, the Hierophant. For some of you, if that was legal, I can see about mid, around that full moon, Libra. If that was legal issue, court issue, it's going to be resolved. Okay, you're going to be moving away from deceit and deception, whether that's you deceiving you or how you thought you were living or who you thought you were, or vice versa. If that's someone around you, you do need to catch your breath again here, Libra, because one thing Libras don't like, and we've got that Queen of Swords back there. So Libra, the end of April, you will be you will be cutting people out. The Queen of Swords you've had a big awakening, big clearing. You're going to be cutting some people out who you thought were it, or you were on the right path, or they were who you wanted or what you wanted. You will be clear. You're getting your strength back. Here, look at this. Anywhere and everywhere that you're not getting equal, or a relationship has lost the passion or not the drive, or someone's not putting that effort in a relationship, in the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups here, you are going to go very inward, Libra, about who your Ten of Cups is, whether it's a lifestyle or a person, or what your Ten of Cups really is. Some of you, sometimes we live life and we think, oh, I know what I want. I knew what I wanted. Oh, no, I don't. That's not what I want. That's not real. That's not making me happy. And yeah, Libra, there is going to be some conflict around all this. You to others, you within you, whatever it is, there is some conflict. But Libra, look what's coming your way. Whatever's coming your way from the universe or a court situation or the universe stepping in, it's bringing you more. It's bringing you more abundance. It's bringing you better. You know, you've got to get away from people who are not true to you, things aren't balanced in relationships, whether you're deceiving you or they're deceiving you in the give and take or the balance of your relationships. Libra, just breathe. Someone has to be put out in the cold here, whether it's a person, place, situation, lifestyle, job. You are putting someone out in the cold, or someone could be putting you out in the cold, Libra, but it had to happen. It had to end. There is clearing your past. It's time to cut old hurt, old pain, old inner child programs, belief systems, the way you were living, Libra, or this paradigm or reality you've been living under. For some of you, that could have been the big bomb explosion, emotional epiphany that you had, that this life you've been living and working for and working towards is not it. Sometimes the universe steps in. See, more thinking, more pondering, looking at what you have, what you've grown, what you've been working towards. And you're like, well, I grew that wonderful crop. I've got lots in it. It's worth a lot, or I've grown a lot, or I got a lot from it, but there's got to be more. What's next? So we've got that new moon. There's a new moon in Taurus on the 8th of April. So finances, other people's monies, mortgages, taxes, loans, A new relationship for you, Libra, some of you, or new relationships being work, whatever, and you want new in your relationships. You want even if you're in a current relationship, you're doing it new. So finances, money and business or intimate relationships have to be in connection with the real you. Libra, by the end of April, and it's all through March and all through April, there's no more pleasing people. You're going to be the real you, the real authentic you, and you are going to be more honest about who you are with yourself and others than you ever have before. And that's to do with your feelings, your wants, your needs, and your desires. And whatever your old programs were, or your old realities, or your old ways of doing, or people, places, and situations that you thought was it, or the way it should be, and it's not, or you're not feeling it. Sometimes we're living in a life and we're like, everything's wonderful, but I'm not feeling it. Libra, you are going to go into that 12th house, and you're going to come out feeling truly like being the real you, not about who people want you to be and helping so many people or doing so many things. I think the revelation for a lot of you and the epiphany is going to be like, sometimes we realize a new reality is really who we are, or how we're being, we can't be anymore, or who we thought was a great partner, or how a partnership should have went, whether it's a friendship or a lover or anything. There's deep contemplation, there's deep revelation here. Look at you, Libra, sitting back, contemplating content. There's no action here. It's hanging on tight. It's contemplating what I've got to do. But a lot of you, I knew that card was going to come out. You are going to get it very fast when it comes in. This epiphany, this revelation, this card and the Hierophant card come up in every reading. They jump out at the end. Whatever you're going through, it is transformation, Libra. And this isn't just, I've changed. This is, I've climbed to the top of the mountain and put my stick in the ground, and I'm looking down over the town, over the valley. I can see everything from a higher perspective, a more spiritual perspective. How I thought life was, how I thought the town looked is completely different. This is transformation, the butterfly, from such a high perspective, or a new spiritual perspective. So how we thought, or who we thought was our 10 of cups, or what our happiness or our contentment was, maybe you've had a biggest revelation and epiphany and transformation, and that's what you've been going through for the month of March and April. Yeah, some of you are fighting it, trying to defend it, trying to ignore it, trying to block it out. We've got it here, we've got it over here, defending yourself, fighting yourself, not wanting to hear it, not wanting to look at it, fighting against it, which we do when we've got subconscious programs and our heart's telling us something and our head's telling us something else, or vice versa. That's why we've got all those Queen and King of Swords. It's all up in the head, or what you've been taught, or what's mental, or your programming. You're really fighting something here, Libra. Some of you are really fighting someone, something, a career, a relationship, a connection to someone or something that you are fighting, that you deem as not right, or not the way it should look, or not the, and these are coming up. You will get your balance back, Libra. Emotional security, stability, and balance. And it is through new ways, new inspiration, new ideas. And you are ending something big. Here is ending for you, Libra, at the end of April. There's a new birth of you. You're more connected here into the Empress card, male or female. There's a birth or a birth of you, new birth of you. You've got your energy back. You know who you are. You're strutting your stuff, Libra. You are in your energy. You know who you are because you tapped into your emotions. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords is all practical, logical, can cut things off, make fast decisions, cut someone out, cut something off, disconnect from their energy. But what happened after the April and everything you went through in March and April in the 12th house and a Libra full moon, you came back in connection with your emotions. You're spiritual. What spiritually, you didn't want to see it, Libra. And a lot of you are wanting to move on. You're just not sure how to do it. A lot of you are trapped because you want to go with the flow. You want to get out there. You want to, be your normal way of doing it. But there's people, places and situations not working with you. And we've seen a little bit of that too. Yes, so you're holding back from your true happiness, your true stability, maybe how you thought relationships were, or personal, professional, friends, whatever, the stability, the security. You moving towards this, Libra, but not yet. You're putting in a lot of work, a lot of thought. This person is not galloping in. They're not, they're not trotting in. They're standing on the horizon, waiting for their moment, or putting a lot of thought and planning into moving towards something that's very secure for you, very stable. Yeah, because whatever's happened for you, Libra, March, April, you were done. You couldn't do it anymore. Whatever that is for you, you've got your flow coming back, please. Death and rebirth. You're still thinking about how to move forward because you're still healing from emotions. But here you are in deep contemplation, like the end of March, and there's a message and a new world, and there's the completion of your reading. That was the card on the bottom of the deck. There's still more cards to go here. But there's our cycle. You're going to have a very spiritual awakening. This could be a message, downloads, an epiphany, a revelation, a message for someone, or you're going to message someone because you're listening. You're listening to the higher spiritual self, the emotional self, the truth within you, not who the world wants you to be. You want a new world, you want a new start, you're going to do it. And that's what you were at the start of March. Libra, you are going in so deeply, deeper than you've ever been before. The revelations could be bigger than you've ever had before. You are the air sign. Sometimes you can be too up in the head and disconnected from the emotion, and I think that has been tipped upside down, which is giving you the revelations that you need to close karmic cycles or get on a karmic path or get off or end or complete. You'll know what you're in. And the month of April is just shining lights on relationships, clearing the air, business, but from a higher perspective. The 12th house represents a spiritual shift. Mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. Sometimes we just grow up a little bit more. Sometimes we see life from a whole new perspective. Sometimes we've realized, I know what's important now. What's truly important, not who I need to be out there, what's truly important to me, and where my true connection lies, and with who and what. And I think you're still just trying to work it all out. And it is slow progress. Nothing's happening fast, Libra. Take this time. This is big. You don't like being unbalanced or imbalanced. So get your balance back and take that time out. Thank you, Libra. I hope this helps you through the month of March of April. Thank you for your support. Hit that like button, and I'll see you next month.